Hey y'all, this is JD. Today, we're gonna put in my favorite Dodge. We're gonna put in a FASS fuel system. Opening the box, I see nothing but quality. Premium package stuff. Complete wiring harnesses. The Sump kit. The Sump kit's probably the nicest part of the whole kit. FASS diesel systems. I can't wait to see what you gonna do for me, baby. I know it's good. You know I love my Dodge. This is the one to be. You gotta have it. It's got the Sump, the quick Sump drop-in unit where you don't have to pull the bed or the tank to get the job done. They say it's about an hour-and-a-half project to get done, so it's an easy project. The pump mounts under the bottom of the truck. Right now I'm in the process of draining the fuel, so we're almost there. I've got her wired up, almost ready to fire it up, ready to go. And on this Sump product that they make, it's real neat. You just drill a 3 3/4 inch hole in the bottom of your tank, right up underneath the cinder. And once you do that, you route this piece up inside the bottom of the tank, and then you stick this piece in it. It takes a singular bolt that goes up through the bottom, and the two ports right here are coming from the fuel pump that you install. And once those come from the fuel pump, it goes back out. What's not used to the engine comes back to return, goes back through the other fitting back to the tank. So it's a real handy unit, and it's a lot faster, it's a lot cheaper. You can do it yourself. You don't have to take it to a shop. You know, when you take it to a shop, they have to use a hoist to lift the bed off the truck, and it's just a lot of expense. Sometimes people like me don't have time for all that. We just do this kind of work ourselves. But FASS is a great fuel system. This is a great product. You can order it as a drop-in unit, or you can drop as a unit where you have to remove the tank. But when you have to remove the bed and remove the tank cinder out of it, there's modifications that has to be made to that. 90% of the time when you do that, your fuel gauge doesn't register properly. And if you like me, you want that fuel gauge to be right. If you need 20 gallons of gas to get you a certain way, or fuel, you need to know where you're going and you're gonna make it. And I've had problems in the past with some of the other manufacturers by pulling the cinder out and modifying it. Once I put it back in, the fuel gauge was never 100% correct and have been known to run out of fuel, and that don't make you nice. Some of the components that go with this particular unit, this one is called a drop-in unit, which is a fantastic product. Meaning drop-in, you don't have to pull the bed off to pull the tank cinder out to be able to fix this. All you have to do is order it with the Sump unit. This is a FASS Sump unit, and you drill a 3 3/4 inch hole in the base of. All right, on this FASS system, what it really does more than anything else is it takes the air out of the fuel. As the engine is running, they have more problems with the injectors going bad on these trucks, usually starving it for fuel because there's aeration in the fuel system. FASS has just figured out how to fix that problem, and through their system, we're able to put that on our units, and maybe we'll get 300,000 or 400,000 miles out before we have to change nozzles. Normally, when we have to change these nozzles out because of water and fuel or contamination, that's the problem. These filtration systems, if they build it now, are going down to 2 microns, which is almost unheard of. And with the pressures that these systems run, they idle at 16,000 RPM and anywhere from 16 to 26,000 PSI per square inch on these nozzles, which is a lot of pressure. And these electronic engines just can't stand trash. So this right here is going to solve our problems. It'll give us better fuel mileage, it'll give us performance, and best of all, it'll give us endurance. Covers from 2003 to 2018, and it's got several different directions for different models. So I'm trying to make sure it says right here 2007.5 through 24 trucks, so it tells me where my common rail pressure system lines are going. So that's what I'm trying to locate, these two particular fittings. Just want to make sure that I follow the instructions so everything's finalized. So that's what I'm doing.
What you doing?
Well, I'm in the process of finishing up the fuel system on this FASS fuel system, and I'm reading the directions. Okay, we're up underneath the truck. I was just going to kind of show you about the pump mounting. The pump is mounted. Their instructions aren't real good about the mounting brackets, but the bushings and everything are on like they're supposed to. This particular fitting right here is the return to the tank, to the sump, which goes into the supply of the tank. So it sucks from here, runs through here, goes into the pump, charges the pump, goes through the filters, the water separator's on the front, and then it goes back out through the line on the front, which is where the puck is on the top of it, goes all the way to the motor, on the front end of the motor to the injection, to the CP3 pump, and the return comes back through, and comes through here, returns back through this side of the sump. This is the return side. And that's the way the fuel system works. It works really well. The instructions was not real good, but as we worked through things, went through TikTok, went through Facebook, a bunch of YouTube, finally figured everything out. The only other thing in the thing is routing your hosing, making sure that you make the shortest routes on all your hosing, because they do not give you any extra hosing. And the last thing that I had problems with was the electrical wiring. The electrical wiring goes to the top of the fuel pump, which is over in the top. Let me see if I can get it over to the sender. And once you get over to the sender over there, you take your original electrical wires off the sending unit, unplug it, and then you plug your wiring harness into that one, and then the original wiring harness plugs into the other side of it. It's a male-female connection. Once you do that, that gives you the fuel indication like you're supposed to. Now here's the last tip that you'll find, and everyone will have problems that does this. When you remove the fuel canister from the back, there's a wire that plugs into your electrical wiring, which is right here. This wire has to have a resistor in it. If you don't put a resistor in this particular wire right here, what'll happen is your water and fuel light will show all the time. FASS has a fix for that. It's just an extra part, and they didn't mention it in any of their videos or anything that I saw. I found it on a forum. So this is a new problem that they have, and they have a solution now, so it'll be one other thing we'll have to order. That's pretty much the end of this the install for the FASS system. We got it all operational. Everything's working good.
Hey, babe, what you doing?
I'm trying to finish up this FASS system for my old Dodge. I know she's gonna be proud. I gotta put the electricity to it now. I got my fittings. I just gotta finish up the little wiring, mount the relay, and kaboom! Doing this project, you always want to make sure you disconnect both batteries. You don't want no trouble. I'm crimping the last of the electrical fittings to tie up with the battery and get the ground and all that done. So just a few little out and in jobs. Just part of it. Don't take but a few seconds more to go first class. Get a good crimp the first time.
It looks like it's gonna rain.
Yeah, we're trying to beat the rain too. All right, I gotta have another wrench. See, that looks like a 13.
You think that Kubota over there's lonely?
Yeah, it's been lonely today. Pappy's been working on the Dodge. He ain't had time for that. We gotta get the beast ready to go. The beast toter, I should call it.
The beast toter?
The beast toter. Yeah, this Cummins Ram right here, it's a country boy's Cadillac right here, baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she ain't nothing but the best.
That's right.
FASS system tells you once you drain the tank, be sure and completely fill it before you crank it or try to crank it. It'll help with the priming of the system. So that's what we're doing. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty now. We are filling it up with fuel. FASS systems tells us, even the directions say, fill the tank completely full so you'll get a good prime. If you don't get it full and you just put 5 or 6 gallons in it, you'll have a hard time priming it. So we're going ahead and filling it up all the way. We also have the back of the truck elevated to get the fuel low or higher in the back than it is in the front. It'll make for an easy prime. All right, the easiest way to prime this unit and all units is to turn the ignition on, let it run for about 10 seconds and turn it off. Turn it on, turn it off. Let it do that for about 5 times repetitive. Once you do that, the computer will actually allow the fuel pump to come on. When the fuel pump comes on, then it'll do the supply. But if you hold it longer than 10 seconds, it'll register that it has no oil pressure, and it will automatically cut the fuel pump off, and it won't let it prime. So that's a good tip. Ignition on, ignition off. Ignition on, ignition off. It should crank now. And did you hear that? Boy, that thing's ready to pull the claws now.
What are you listening for?
Man, you hear that pretty sound? That Cummins sounding good. She ready to go pull the Beastmaster over and do some mulching.